Starbound is finally released, everyone. It's exciting to see that it's finally come to 1.0. How you doing, folks? My name's Scythe. We are on Starbound. Not necessarily starting a full series of this game, folks. I just wanted to kind of clue you all in on the fact that it's released. It's finally ended up coming out. I've already played through this game like 50 zillion times. I think I've had like 4 full seasons of playing through this game over and over and over again. Accounts constantly getting deleted using mods and stuff like that. I have all those playlists on the channel, so you can always check those out, folks. But otherwise, for today, we're just going to start a new game. I want to kind of take a peek at what is actually new, while not necessarily talking about the actual change log, because there is just so many different things that have changed. But without further ado, oh my goodness, you can actually delete your character. That's right, I ended up creating a character like 2 seconds ago, but we'll just create a new one instead. Let's just go for the fire guy, because he's always really cool. No, let's go for a human, a gorilla. Yeah, let's randomize it as well. That one looks good. The name, Winston. Winstom. Of course. You can end up going, what does casual end up doing? No need to eat and no death penalties, because that's the thing too, is now there's actually a forced reason to actually eat. You can starve to death. Granted, that might not be the newest feature, but for myself personally it is. We'll just end up playing through this one, and of course we're not gonna skip that intro mission, because that is where it's at. Now they actually have a fancy little loading symbol in the bottom corner. I'm guessing that they're preparing this game most likely to end up launching on consoles, at least at some point. Maybe the devs have talked about it. I don't honestly know. Wake up, you have overslept, Winston. Okay, they've definitely stepped up the production of this. Ooh. I'm just gonna sleep here forever because this music's beautiful. JK, I'm awake, but his eyes are still closed. To interact with nearby objects, yeah, I know how to play this game. Oh, that's cool that you can actually listen to the radio, but not cool that for some weird reason we can't like listen to it over the background music. They also have a PS1, is that? An electric guitar that we can't play with. We can steal someone else's bed though, that's the important thing. Oh my goodness gracious, they certainly have stepped this up. Your uniform is inside this thing. Blip, 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 blip. Gimme, there we go. Oh wow, they've changed the hotbar at the top of the screen as well. That is so different, like seriously. I've seen a little bit of people playing through this already. Folks, hello. Welcome to the Terran Projector. Talk to me if there's information that you need. No, I know everything. Ooh, we can actually buy bottled water. Yes, it's all about the environment, isn't it? Can we use it? Oh, delicious. Yeah, it's keeping me safe and secure. I think this is your hunger bar. I guess you could invite a friend to your party. I think that was always there. I don't know if it was in the corner like that though. Maybe you had to do it as a text command or something. I don't remember. What? Frustrated. They have me sweeping the bridge every hour. Like, okay. Man, that text goes away real quick. Oh, dude, this is beautiful. It's beautiful. Yes. Man alive, I gotta take a screeny weenie of this. That's the courage-tree and the singingness. What is this? We got a flower in our hair. Flower-headed man. I don't know what all these characters are talking about. I honestly don't really care. My very own matter manipulator. I guess that's what we're supposed to end up getting in the end. Now, fun fact is that the old version of this game, that's pretty cool. The old version of this game ended up touting, ew, you're ugly. That there was going to be like, as far as the lore is concerned, because that was one of the biggest things that appealed to me way back when this game was first in early access. Was the fact that each of the character races was going to end up having their own unique story and their own unique origin, and including their own unique last boss. Now, from what I can tell, just from what I've heard from some people, it seems like they ended up taking a little bit of a lazier approach, which is fine because the game ended up fully releasing and otherwise it was never going to, where now all of the character races actually start on Earth, meaning that all of them are going to end up having the last boss, this tentacle creature, Cthulhu itself, that normally was hinted that it was going to be the last boss for the humans, you know? So that was way back. I'm sure they've changed like all of that stuff. Seems like the matter manipulator is actually supposed to be a very big deal now, which I don't really like the fact that it shows it as a pickaxe. I find that really confusing because there is actually like actual pickaxes that you can end up getting. So I don't understand why they actually have that as a pickaxe icon. Now we're actually moving faster too. Yeah, stupid paintings, take that. Oh, goodness gracious. And now we have to slowly dig our way out. Very nice that they actually have a proper tutorial. Can we end up getting out of here? No. Bonked our head. Water. We can sit down. But if we put our feet in the water, it's like we're having a bath. Speaking of which, aha, they're trying to also show the new flood mechanics because, well, new to me, but there is flood mechanics where you can actually do that stuff. I don't really know. Do they actually have underwater Hyoto villages by now? Or did they ever end up making that a thing? I don't know. But as I was playing through this game in the last series, like the last season 4, I think it was, with my brother, Johnny Captain Napkin, very, very cool that they actually have like dungeons and stuff like that. And from what I was seeing with some spoilers that I gave for myself was I ended up seeing like some other Let's Players doing... What, can we swap this or something? How do we go to our inventory? There we go. Where it was showing that there was more generated structures, like just in the world and stuff like that, and also meaning that there was, like they ended up having mini boss enemies and stuff like that, which they always did end up having, but now they actually had a whole lot more. Also too, that's really cool how they seem to have changed the combat and made it a lot easier where your character actually has like combos, which is really, really neat. Plus this is very, very cool. I wonder whether or not they're gonna have, okay, then just randomly it's Starbound. I wonder if they're gonna end up having more high production instances like that, or is it just gonna be once you earn your way to the last boss? And all of the character races too seem to all have their own little pet. Look at him. Look, he's a freak. And he burps out a heart too. Rebooting system supplies. What do you have to say about yourself, you little ferret? Kill me. No later, you little monster. I am Sail. You're blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Accept the quest. Warp me down, please. So yeah, this didn't change too much since the last time I ended up playing the game, but you can actually get some missions. You're supposed to eventually be able to end up getting some crew members that you can recruit, and apparently this was already in the game at the time that I ended up playing this game with my brother, but we could never figure out how to actually do it. You can actually expand your ship and make it bigger and stuff like that. So right now, they want us to warp down to the orbiting planet. I don't know why they actually let you select different worlds. Maybe you can actually set one as your home. Okay, it's nighttime. Isn't that fun? Huh? No, it's a bird! Get out of here! Our character is actually going ooga booga too when we end up getting hurt. That's really, really funny. So, okay, thank goodness that it's actually turning into the daylight. That is really, really good. And yeah, so pretty much this is already just normal old Starbound, everybody. Near as I can tell, there hasn't been that many changes outside of the production of the game and trying to kind of show you and instruct the player a little bit more on how you actually play the game. Not to mention all the crafting recipes, they show a little bit better now. You know, they show you all the new ones that you haven't actually crafted yet until you end up actually crafting them. So we crafted a torch. Now it's no longer new anymore. The torch did not appear on our hotbar. Whoops. But they also have all of these different inventory menus as well. So could end up being a little bit confusing for most players, but for the most part, there's just your basic inventory, your blocks, which would actually goes into your blocks rather than a resource. I guess that makes sense though. And then there's just the prop items, which includes torches and I guess just plants in general. Then there's the building mechanics. So there's a flower in here for some reason. I guess this is just craftables or something. And then food, which is a very important part to play because we can end up starving to death. Also, energy is taken with special abilities. So you can end up using, I don't know if every weapon in the game ends up having a special ability. I would assume that they would, and that would be pretty cool if they did end up having that. But with this one, you can end up doing a right-click crazy attack, takes all of your energy, and then you end up having to wait for it to recharge. This also ends up coming into play once you unlock some of the different abilities that you can just randomly find out in the world. Now, I don't know if it's still like this, but I remember back in the day, the whole thing about this game that was pretty cool, but albeit a little bit confusing for somebody like myself who didn't didn't end up giving into spoilers and stuff like that, is that all of the planets were kind of manually set and placed so that you could actually go to a specific planet to find a specific piece of gear, and there was lots of videos I remember online that would kind of show you all of that stuff. Die, snail. So this is cool, though. I like the fact that they have a lot more production in the game, even the rolling hills in the background, which I don't remember if those were actually a part of the game back when I played it, but either way, I always loved the exploration aspect of this game, and even the building I found to be a lot of fun, just because it's so much easier than certain games like Terraria, because you would actually just right-click to place blocks in the background, and left-click to place them in the foreground next to our character, right? Die, rabbit! Die, other rabbit, and another one, because I'm a monkey, and monkeys don't like gorillas. Wait, what? I don't know what I'm even saying anymore, but I'm hoping that we can fight it. I just want to show you a little bit of a structure / dungeon, if we can find one, because I'm pretty sure the starting planet does have one. Of course, the game is trying to instruct us to... they really want us to end up, oh my goodness, that is so cool. They actually have it just show all of the pixels down in the world, which the pixels, of course, is the resources that you end up, like it's the currency, right? Because eventually you can end up finding a Stargate, at least I think that's what this game calls it. And the Stargate is very, very cool because it's kind of like the social hub, let's call it, where there's a whole bunch of NPCs that you can end up talking to that give you all sorts of quests and stuff like that, upgrade all your gear, end up giving you access to special stuff, as well as specific, like, act dungeons, let's call it, or even raids, I guess you could call it. Hello, you weird singing freak. It's got a mouth for its head. Oh my goodness gracious, we're almost dead. Let me use one of these bandages here. So yeah, they seem to have changed the hotbar quite a bit. So now it seems to just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is much better than having like 70 million. And then there's just a left and right hand for each of them. So that's pretty cool that they've changed all of this stuff. There we go. That's the dungeon that I was looking for, which this is just the typical mining area that you would usually end up finding in the game. It's nothing new. Hello, traveler. Hello, traveler. Can I talk with you? Hey, stranger, if you're looking for core fragments, you might find no, okay. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of them inside this place. Now, we could end up searching every single one of these crates, which is a little bit tedious, but, whoops. There we go. Oh, I see. So we can actually just click E and search this one and then search the other one right under it. We just found a guitar. Where is that guitar? Give it to me. Like, seriously. Yes. Oh, and it shows a little plus icon and shows you all of the new inventory items. That is so cool. So let's just play this guitar and rock it out. What was the old song that I used to actually really enjoy in this one? I think it was the Joy to the World Rock, right? Yeah! Oh man, it's so cool. I love that it's back. Let's go into this dungeon and kill everything. Well, oh my goodness, fall damage. No! Weird windmill attack of destiny. Get out of here, lick-a-tongue bat. Oh man, and when we end up dying, we ended up losing all of our gear. It all just... What? 30% of pixels lost. Yeah, and a whole bunch of our items lost as well. Why didn't it tell us that? So all the characters actually have their own unique spawning animations now as well. What did we end up losing? So we lost some of the items in our inventory. Not all of them. Most of the ones in our hotbar ended up sticking around. I wonder if that is a thing. Huh. Well, either way, we could end up going back down and I guess finding them. But just before we call it for today, folks, because that's already pretty much it, let's set this creature on fire. Let's set him on fire. Yeah! Burn! Oh man, it's beautiful. We're taking damage from the fire. It feels good on my face. I like the way that it feels. Yes. That's so cool, man. I love it. I love how much this game has changed. It's so cool. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Like I said, no plans to actually start a series of this game because we've already got a Starbound first-person shooter coming out. That is No Man's Sky. And I'm going to be very, very busy with that. We may end up starting a series of this game eventually, but the biggest reason that I don't really find that much appeal to come back to this game, even though it's a very, very awesome game, is as a Let's Player, there's a whole ton of grinding off camera. And I've already done that like 4 different times with 4 completely different characters where I go and grind resources and stuff like that off camera and then show you all on camera, which is fine, but for myself personally, I don't really have the time. They also have this nice little compass, which shows you all the different things. In that dungeon area that we were exploring, we would end up finding a bunch of energy fragments or whatever that dude was talking about, core fragments, and then you use those to on the energy source, which is the Stargate, so that you can end up going to the main hub area thing, right? So either way, thanks for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to Hadouken the like button. Helps me out more than you know. Sayonara and stay epic.